Okay, this is Category 4 and this is my video game review of Bleach Soul Resurrection for the PS3. Alright, so let's get started with the review. I'm going to show you the menu at the moment. So this is Story Mode, Mission Mode, Soul Attack, Level Up and Collection. Now, Story Mode is pretty short. You can get through it in easily, I don't know, maybe an hour? No, probably more than an hour. It really doesn't take you that long. It goes from when Ichigo and his friends get into this Wako Mundo to chase after Orihime, and it goes straight up to when Ichigo fights Aizen at the end. And they cover that in about 14 levels. So they could have done a little more, and it would have been better if they started back from like maybe not the start of the whole series, but maybe when they went into the Soul Society to say Rukia and carry on from there would have been slightly better. But yeah, you can get through story mode easily. It's very easy done. Mission mode is what you can do after story mode, which I prefer because the levels are much harder. It'll take you a lot longer to complete the levels. You can do a lot more in them. And I'm going to come back to mission mode, but first I'm going to show you Soul Attack is when you can do 2-player. You can play it on your own as well. So they got different modes like Soul Attack and Time Attack. Soul Attack is the green energy you pick up when you defeat an enemy or destroy an item in a level, and you collect that and you use that to buy upgrades for the character. And this gives you a time limit to collect as much as you can, and you got to see how much soul you can gain in that amount of time. And then there's Time Attack when you just complete the level as fast as you can, basically, which is pretty easy because you can finish a level pretty easily in these games. And you can send the score online if you want as well, and you can play it 2-player. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Level up, you can access in story mode or mission mode as well. You go into it and you can change the character's level, which I'll show you in mission mode. And collection is when you can unlock items and stuff and complete certain things in mission mode. So you can unlock figures of, here we go, like Ichigo. You can rotate it round to show off the character. Move up and down, you can zoom in, zoom out, that kind of stuff. You can hear their voice. I think it's in English. You can go through it. So it was Ichigo in his final form, which you unlock in mission mode, not story mode. So you know, Skull Clad, Holified Ichigo. The list goes on for all the characters you can be, and some characters that show up in it as enemies and not playable characters. For a good example is Yami. He is one of the bosses in the game, but you can't actually play him. Same with this guy. He is a playable character, which I'm going to show you in mission mode. So we go to mission mode here, and here we are. Is a chart of levels you can unlock. These are all graded from A, B, and S. And so these are a lot better than story mode. They're a lot more challenging. As you play through story mode, it is the easiest thing to do, really. In mission mode, it starts off easy, but then it does get difficult, and it is more enjoyable than regular story mode. So, if you think story mode's bad, don't worry, because mission mode will cover it. It will get you preoccupied for quite a while. It took me quite a while to get from where I am to where I am on mission mode, because I had to keep going back through levels, getting soul points and upgrading my characters. So as you show here, it shows that I earned 400. So as you can see here, it shows my best score with my best character, which I played with Ichigo mostly for all these levels. I did it in under 4 minutes. I defeated 80 enemies. I collected 412 soul points throughout the level. And so on and so on. There's different ones. You can have just defeat the boss to complete, which is the easiest one. Defeat the boss to complete, and you'll have a time limit. Defeat 100 Soul Reapers. Defeat 200. Defeat 200 Hollows, which is pretty easy, but it's just annoying because they're little enemies that just fly around everywhere. So that will keep you busy for a little while because they're just annoying to deal with. And you'll have stuff like you cannot guard, you cannot dash, you cannot use ignition, which is like your final, you go into a super mode kind of thing, and you can use your final attack, which can defeat most of your enemies, depending on who you are. So the hardest one, I think, is the one when you're not allowed to use ignition. It's one like permanent damage, This one, there are levels when you have to fight 2 or 3 bosses at the same time, which is difficult. But once you get to a certain level with characters, it becomes very easy to do. So we go into status. It shows what character I got what with. So Holified Ichigo is what I completed that level with, and he's got the highest grade. So we're going to level up now, and it shows all the characters here. So we got Ichigo, Rukia, Uryu, Yoruichi, Soifon, Byakuya, Shunsui, Toshiro Hitagai, who's one of my favourite Bleach characters, Kenpachi Zaraki, also one of my favourites, Kakuto, I don't think he's in the series, I think he's in a movie, in one of the movies, I don't know, because I've only just purchased the first 2 movies today, which I'm going to watch either today or tomorrow. Got Holified Ichigo, Stark, Baragan, Halibel, Ukiura, and Nonotora, I can't pronounce his name, Nonotora, Grimmjow, Gin Ichimaru, and Sasuke Aizen. And out of all these characters, the only one who has an extra menu is Ichigo, so far as I know. Sasuke might have one, but I've never really played as him in the game, so. But I'm going to show you level up mode. This is upgrade. I'm going to show you the full map, so you can see. Now each character has their own little table, so you can see Ichigo has the center big one, and all the characters are on the other ones, and the locks on there. You unlock by getting to certain levels with characters, and it unlocks and you can expand your character's level. So if I show you here with Ichigo, he started on this one here, and he expands onto other characters. So this is Uryu's, this is Holified Ichigo, this is Ukiura's, this is Grimmjow's. Yeah, and then you can continue going through it. So it makes you play as other characters to unlock it. Like this one needs Grimmjow to reach level 12 to unlock it. So that means you have to go back in, play as Grimmjow, clear some of the easy levels if you want, and just unlock them all. And you use the soul points you collect in a level to purchase all the upgrades and stuff, which is worth it, because it does make a decent difference. So I've got Ichigo at level 80 now, because the one you want to work on the most is Ichigo. Once you get him to level 60, you unlock one or two of the locks, which allows you to get a move that Holified Ichigo has, which costs a lot of points, which gives you an extra life. So if you die during the level, you come back to life at least once, and you get a full health bar, so you can carry on. You can unlock character upgrades. So as for example, you can unlock Urahara, and it gives you the ability to counter by guarding attacks with the R1 and then pressing square. Some will say something like extra damage against Soul Reapers, increased knockback when hitting enemies with a dash attack. So they're all different, and some will allow you to extend combos and stuff. But you have to play as other characters to expand, which isn't a bad idea, because the only character I play as is mainly Ichigo, just because he's the best one I have at the moment. So I'm going to go and you can see at the top there, there's a little circle, an orange bar and a blue bar. The yellow bar is its health bar. The blue bar is the spirit pressure that allows you to do the triangle attacks, which are the projectile kind of attacks, and the special moves. And the circle at the top is the extra life you get when I unlock the special ability with Holified Ichigo. So yeah, so you have to go with the upgrades for every character, so you can't just buy and it's there for everyone. So it actually makes you work to improve each character. It gives you a little more replay value, so it gives you something to do. So here we are back in mission mode. So I'm going to do an easy level just so I can show off some of the character moves. So I'm going to go with the first level, so it's the easiest. Go with Ichigo, and it gives you a list of extra things. For example, you can beat him in Bonkai form, his final form when he fights Aizen at the end, or Skullclad, which I'm guessing is a form he gains in a movie. I'm thinking probably the 4th movie, I'm not sure. So I'm going to go with final form. Now you can unlock the extra Ichigo forms and all the extra characters and stuff in mission mode by completing certain missions. Some you unlock during story mode, but the other Ichigo forms you complete in this. It'll take you a little while to get the forms, and all the Ichigo forms stay the same level as he is, so that's pretty cool, apart from Holified Ichigo. So we're going to do it on hard, because I don't want to kill the enemy or the boss too easily. And here is a chart which shows all Ichigo's combos and attacks on the screen. You don't get many combo attacks, very limited in this game, but it actually isn't too bad to play the game with low combos. You can get through a game, you can play the game pretty well without so many combos. If you play something like Pirate Warriors and then play this, you'll see, you'll think Pirate Warriors is better with more combos and stuff, but this game does have a lot of replay value to it. So here we go, we just fight hollows. Depending on the area, depends on the enemies. Right. So as you can see here, the bar there that's called slash is going up by every time I land a hit on something. And by expanding the slash, if you get to about 100, it doubles the amount of soul points you get from items and stuff. So, and as soon as the slash bar goes, the slash value goes back to none, and you have to rebuild it on your own. Once you get to a certain area, it will block up the area, and you'll have to defeat all the enemies in the area to unlock and go further in the level, which isn't too hard. So these are all basic hollows, and you've got the Menos Grande, which is going to be a lot harder. Now I'm going to show you the buttons to press. You press R2 to dash, and if you lock onto a Menos, you will kind of slowly go up into the air and reach their level. You press X to jump. You can double press X. Triangle is to do the projectile attack, which lowers your spirit bar at the top. Square is the basic melee attack. You can carry on pressing it for a combo. And in upgrades, you can unlock features that allow you to extend your combo a little bit more. If you get hit by attack, you can easily just press X and you'll jump back to your normal spot. Now, if you press circle, this will allow you to do your special attack. They're always different, so each goes with his final form is the dash. If you jump in the air, that gives you a second special combo, like that. And yeah, so that's the basic controls. You can also press R1 to guard, and if you hold it when you move, you also do a speed step kind of thing. If you've seen the series, you know what this is, which is pretty cool. L1 is to lock on and lock off. If you lock onto the wrong enemy, you can use the analog buttons to change it to a new enemy. Now these small enemies are the easiest ones. They're the ones you're fighting, like the 200 hollow ones. They're the easiest to defeat, but they're annoying because they fly everywhere. So now I'm going to show you the ignition mode, which you press with L2 once the bar on the left is fully filled. So if I show you this. So now your character's a lot more faster, stronger. As you can see here, the projectile attack is increased, and the damage he's taking, the Menos is taking, is a lot more. You're a lot faster, your defense is up, your combos last a bit more, which is better when you're fighting boss battles. The special attacks are basically the same as they are, they're just a lot stronger. But once you have ignition bar, before it empties like it is now, if you press L2 again, you'll enter the character's ultimate move. So with Ichigo's final, you enter Mugetsu. You're allowed to do is Mugetsu attack, which basically attacks like everywhere, and it's probably one of the best ignition attacks to use. And once that's done, that actually that kind of drains his energy a lot in the game, which isn't too bad, to be honest, with what you know about the details. And what I just picked up was an item. You can get 3 different types. There's a health, the yellow ball, which will give you more health, the blue one, which will boost up your spirit pressure back up. So as you can see here, is a yellow one. So yeah, and then there's so the red boosts up your ignition bar, the yellow one boosts up your health, and the blue one boosts up your spirit pressure. And they'll normally come in this rock surface you can see here. So if you just crack it open, you'll have one of 3. It's always different depending where you are. And once you see this red line, which you so basically I'm about to enter the boss battle, and the bosses are pretty kind of random. It's always the same enemy boss, but they do make it, it's quite random. It doesn't tell you a story in the game, in the mission mode, it just gives you missions to do. So I'm going to fight Uryu and show you what it's like. This is kind of easy, what I'm on right now, so the damage I do is pretty easily. You can continue hitting them, do projectile attacks, keep this slash up. Another way to keep the slash up is to like dash through random things around. So if you slash a barrel, it goes back up. Same thing here, just to short the crystal, the slash goes back up. So if you're running low and you need to do it quickly, if you just run into a few items, that'll boost it up, and you get like 1-2 soul points from destroying the environmental items and stuff. And once you play, you actually do see the wounds on the character. So you can't see it, you might not be able to see it very well, but Ichigo's actually got bruising along his body to show that he's been injured, and that basically just stays there. So ignition mode, and I'm going to wrap up this fight pretty fast. So it's a lot easier once you enter ignition mode. If you do it with certain forms, for example, if you do it with Ichigo's Skullclad form, his normal projectile attack is a skull, while if you enter ignition mode, he shoots 3 at the same time. And I recommend, if you're doing the 100 Soul Reaper level, you use this, as you can take out a lot of, you can build your slash up a lot more quicker, and you can get it like triple times the amount you need. So I'm going to wrap this level up now, as soon as he stops moving, with Mugetsu. And so as I've shown you, this game is a good fun game to play. It is worth the play. If it's, even for a Bleach fan, it is made to be, it is made for you. It's worth it. It's worth the money. If you get it from around 15 or less, I got mine, I think, for about 15, maybe 13 to 15. And as you can see here, I've got a certain number of soul points, the difficulty I did it on, the time it took me, the enemies I've defeated, the ignitions, attacks used, and it builds all up to the final grade, and you get soul points depending on all those things into one. I've already got an A grade for this, so I don't have to worry about that. The game automatically saves for you, and you can just continue on and do whatever you want. So you can slowly build up your other characters. They won't unlock any special moves. And so you just slowly do this, and yeah. So this is the game. It's worth buying. It has limited combos. It kind of drags when you're running and you're doing a projectile attack. It will lag for a second. You'll keep running, which is a little bit annoying. But the game is worth it. It's more challenging if you play mission mode. Play story mode first to unlock everything. Get the basics down. The game. So this is the game. If you've got any questions, just message me, comment, like, subscribe if you want to check anything else. This has been on Character 4, and this is my review of Bleach Soul Ressurection for the PS3. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you, and goodbye.